Unknown caller.
Welcome to Nkolo Mahadum, Wisdom University. Today is our, in the way that in Igbo calendar, today is our. And then in the Roman Catholic calendar, today is Monday, 22nd of April, 2024. My name is Dr. Obiorah Mbah, Igbo Bu Eze. In today's lecture, we want you to know that you have the right to be demanding for things from your government. Because the way the government is set up makes it imperative that you should be demanding for things from the government. Because so many governments, structures, and the people practicing those governments are not doing their jobs. Like in Africa, they're not doing their jobs. If they are doing their jobs, they wouldn't be waiting for you to make demands. They will have a program of things to be doing. And you will see them doing it. Because it's for everybody. But because they're not doing it, that's why I'm encouraging you today in this lecture to demand for your rights. The reason being that the way we organized our government before the arrival of the Europeans in the 14th century, all the way down till today, before they came, our ancestors have been running our governments. Like in my village, for example, up to today, we still have structures of the way we run our governments in my village. And so in your village too. They have it in your village too. You know? Like in my village, the structure is Ndi Ichie, the eldest. Okolibum, which is the youth, and Obiorah. But in the hierarchy, Ndi Ichie, Obiorah, and then Okolibum. These are the structures we are using to run the government of my village up to today. And in the community, we select people like communities where more than one village is coming together to do something or to have a meeting. My village will send a representative to that community meeting. And this type of government is less expensive. You don't pay anybody no salary or allowances or anything. Even if you pay, it's very, very small, very minute. And it's more result-oriented. Anything that they want to do, they can levy or they can bring people together and say, let's do this. But in the government that we are practicing today, which is the American system of democracy, it's an American system. It's foreign. It's colonial system. Some people are advocating for the one they call parliamentary system. That is also colonial and foreign from Britain. So why should we continue to copy foreign? And even when we copy it, we don't even try to make it better. And so in our own system, before the Europeans came, all the resources we have in our land either belong to the family or the village or the community. It's grassroots oriented. It's grassroots oriented. Unlike what we have now, this colonial foreign one we have now, this one, they call it local government to state or local government senatorial zones to state to federal, you know? This is colonial. And in this colonial system, what they didn't tell you is that there's supposed to be a contract between the government and the people. And in that contract, why the people are supposed to be submissive to the government and following the government's orders, right? Following the government rules and regulations, right? The government itself is supposed to be providing security, making sure there is food, making sure that people are clothed, making sure there's medical care, making sure there's roads, and so many others. That's called social contract between the government and the people. So, but when you come to Africa and Nigeria and Biafra land, those in government don't know their responsibilities. Most of them just there looking for money to grab and run away. So this lecture is to let you know that where a government fails to provide security for you, give you food, give you medical care, give you house, bureaus, you have the right to demand it. Because all the resources in the land is with them. It's given to the government. Everything about security, they are the one with your money. They buy aircraft, form military, buy guns and all those things to protect you. They have all the resources from the land. And so it is their responsibility to make sure that you are living a good life while you are alive. You know, the current transportation system we have, sometimes when you go to buy land in the villages, some of the roads we have, you go to buy land, they are giving you 13 feet for road. 13 feet for road. All those things need to be changed. This 13 feet they are giving you for road, when you add gutters, how many vehicles can pass on that road? How many vehicles can pass on that road? So it is the role of the government to make laws that henceforth, when people are selling land in the villages or anywhere in Biafra land or in Africa, you should give at least 30 feet for road or 50 feet. Because those roads will be used to design gutters and everything and sidewalks for better life and better movement of everything in that environment. You go to hospital, the government is telling you to buy plaster, buy bandage, buy this, buy that. It shouldn't be that way. It is the government responsibility to provide those things in the hospitals. It is the government responsibility to give you some kind of card or waiver that you can use to go to private hospitals and get treatment without paying, depending on your income. It is the government responsibility to make sure you are eating. There's food in the land. Just like I presented yesterday. It is government responsibility to make sure that you have adequate schools, enough schools so that the teacher-pupil ratio in the classroom will not be much. It is also the role of government to make sure that the schools are equipped and that, depending on your income, majority of the levels of education should be made free. It is government responsibility. And whereas any government fails to do this, you have the right to ask for it. If you ask for it and they don't do that, then during next election, make sure that you don't vote for that government. Vote out the government that is not doing what you want them to be doing for you. They are there to work for you. You have the right. That's what I wanted to take away from today's lecture. That whereas the government is not building goals for you, enough roads, not giving you food, not giving you housing, for the poor, they should be able to organize the people, organize the environment, know who is making money and who is not making. And those who are not helping, making money should be helped. Either by giving them free housing, make sure they're getting free medical costs, make sure they're feeding, make sure they are clothing. Those are the jobs of the government. Yes, we thank them for doing it, but it is their job. Because they have everything. They are the one that collect the taxes. All the allocations is in their hand. All the revenue is in their hand. All the military and all the security forces is in their hand. So they're in control of everything. So they're supposed to be taking care of you. That is what I want you to get out from this lecture today. Do not see them as doing you a favor by building road for you. Do not see them as doing you a favor by doing anything for you. It is their job to do it. And I want you to hold them responsible. Whether from the local government level, your councillors, your local government chairman, your House of Assembly members, your state governors and his commissioners, to the federal level, to those in the National Assembly. They are responsible for you. Before I continue, I will urge you please to follow our page, Obiorah Mbah, Wisdom University. Like it, share it to your friends and well-wishers so they can learn. Those who doesn't have big phones, internet phones, you call them on the phone and tell them what you learned from today's lecture. Share, so you can get to a lot of people, and follow the page so you can always get information anytime we make videos. So you can even go back to our previous videos to, recollect what you have taught before. Because everything we are teaching is to make you better. Is to make Africa better. Because you cannot have a government and we are living as if we don't have government. It is the responsibility of government to keep our place clean. We humans produce waste. Every day we produce waste from our living. Are you going to live with waste in your bedroom? Or in your parlor? Or in your house? The answer is no. It is the government's responsibility to plan for how to be removing waste that you have made. It is their responsibility. I've heard some people say, hey, you carry dirty, you put it in the gutter. Yes, he put it in the gutter because government did not provide an alternative place. Where do you want him to put it? In his bedroom? So it is the government's responsibility to provide those services for you. That's what they are there for. Let nobody tell you otherwise. Any government that is not doing this thing that I just told you today is not supposed to be in government. It's supposed to account for all the money they get, all the revenues they collected. So I want to thank you for listening to our lecture today. I didn't want to make this lecture very long. I want to be making it briefly, as brief as possible. I just delivered the message to you so that we can go and do other things, So thank you for listening to me. My name is Obiorah Mbah, Igbo Bu Eze, lecturing you from Obiorah Mbah, Wisdom University. Please share our page, follow it, like it, comment, so that we can know how you are feeling about our lectures. Thank you very much for listening, and have a good day. Thank you.